Royal Ascot 2023. I hope you enjoyed day one, if you were there or just watching and having a little bet at home. Day two, we move on to now. There's some really good horses on show once again. World class horse racing. Let's take a look at a couple of selections for day two. So we start here, 2:30, day two, Queen Mary Stakes, Fast and Furious, over 5 furlongs. It's a fillies Group 2 race. The first selection here, I've got a couple for this race. The first one is Got to Love a Grey at 10-1. She ran really well at York last time out, winning in a class 1 there, over the same distance, 5 furlongs. She stayed on really well in the last furlong. Previous to that, she ran at Nottingham, won there as well, in a smaller field of 5 horses. But she managed to step up at York, really impressed with her. Very tenacious, good attitude. And it's a phrase we've all said quite a few times, I'm sure. Got to Love a Grey. And I think at 10-1, it's a really, really interesting horse, this. So I think she'll go well at that price. There are some really good horses in this race, a lot in really decent form. But I do think Got to Love a Grey's got a lot of potential and been really, really impressed when I've seen her run. Next one, a bit more of a punt. This one is 25-1, Out of the Stars. Won its only start back in April with Sheen Murphy on board. Odds of 8-11 that day. Much bigger price today for Out of the Stars as she steps up in a much higher quality race, of course. Much better competition. Much more difficult, but at that price and with a jockey as good as Sheen Murphy on board, I do feel that this horse has got a really good chance, if you can get some extra places, of hitting the frame. Seems to have potential. Connections are talking up this horse quite a lot. It's owned by Qatar Racing Limited. We will see. I like the little each-way punt on this horse, 25-1. So we move on now to the 3:40. It's the Duke of Cambridge Stakes. It's over a mile. It's the fillies and mares Group 2. Fascinating horse race, this one. Jumbly heads the market 2-1. She is set to be ridden by Ryan Moore. You got Prosperous Voyage in there with Frankie on board 3-1. But I like one at a bigger price. Bit of an each-way punt on Potapova here, 14-1. She had a rough time of it this year. So far, she finished 5th out of 6 in her last start. That was at Epsom back in June. And she was pulled up on heavy ground at Goodwood back in May. But I think this horse, once she gets it right, she does get it right. A really good performance last year back in August at Sandown Park when she won a really good Class 1 race there. She's a bit of an all or nothing horse. She'll either be right towards the front and she'll get placed or potentially win the race, or she'll be right towards the back. Depends what type of day it is for her. But when she does get it right, she will give you a good run for the money. I like the 14-1 price on that basis. So good luck to Potapova. So my final selection for day 2 of Ascot comes from the 5:35 race. It's the Queen's Vase. It's over 1 mile 6, and I like Gregory in this race. Frankie on board in his last ever Royal Ascot meeting. Trained by the Gosdens. 2 brilliant wins so far in his career for Gregory. Last time out at Goodwood, really good performance there, winning at odds of 7-4 on, and prior to that at Haydock at 5-2. Again, a skinny price here, 15-8. We'd expect that given the calibre of this horse. I think he's got really good potential. I think this could be one of the performances of day 2. And I will be getting on board at that price. Fingers crossed if you're getting on Gregory. Good luck to Frankie. So best of luck to everyone for day 2. Royal Ascot. Really excited by this day. It's going to be a fabulous, fabulous week. Gold Cup the day after on day 3. Video of that one coming very, very shortly. Best of luck all and take care. Speak soon.